Today is the day that the House of Representatives is going to meet and vote on the $25 billion Delivering for America's Act for the United States Postal Service to give them additional funding. I'm also going to talk about what this means for negotiations for the stimulus package and what we might see over the course of the weekend. But before we do, if this is your first time at our channel or you haven't subscribed, click on the subscribe button at the bottom. My name is Travis Sickle, Certified Financial Planner, helping you reach your financial goals. So I'm going to jump right into what's inside of the Delivering for America's Act. It is the bill that's being proposed today and voted on for the additional $25 billion to make sure that the post office is functional and can handle the upcoming election, the mail-in ballots. So let me go ahead and pull it up on the screen so we can look at it together. Now, this is the latest revision from August the 19th that I could find, and it's the Delivering for America Act. Now, the previous versions that I've gone over in previous videos did not have the additional $25 billion, but I'm going to scroll down and we can just go through it. It's very short. This is only 6 total pages. It was actually originally 3 pages, even shorter, but now it's 6 pages. So any change in the nature of the Postal Service, and that's what this bill is trying to do. Not only give the post office $25 billion for operations, but not allow the post office to make any additional changes. If we scroll down, we can see all the points. Any revisions, and they're very detailed here, any revisions of service standards, any closures or consolidations, any prohibition on restriction of the use of overtime or overtime pay. So they want to make sure that no matter what it takes, the mail is getting delivered. And any changes of performance, any changes of delaying, treatment of election mailboxes as a class of mail other than first class. So they want to make sure that the mail-in ballots don't get pushed to this side. They want them treated as first class so they get handled as fast as possible. And stopping the removing, decommissioning, or any other stoppage of mail sorting machines, removing or eliminating any mail collection boxes. Those are the blue boxes that you would see on the street corner. Now, the Postmaster General, DeJoy, spoke yesterday, and he said that over the last 10 years, they've removed, of the 140,000 of these blue boxes, they've removed 35,000 over the last 10 years, and only 700 since he's been in office. Now, he's only been in office for 67 days. And the Democrats really want to make sure that nothing can change in the post office, even though DeJoy testified that he wasn't going to make any changes until after the election. But this bill wants to make sure that the post office is operating as they were in January of 2020. So they want to basically take and eliminate any changes that have occurred since then, so it's fully operational. But DeJoy also mentioned that these sorting machines were only running at a 35% capacity. So it didn't sound like there was any issues. He also said that there were 433 million pieces of mail that get handled on a daily basis, and they're only going to handle an additional 150 million over the course of about a week for the mail-in ballots. So he clearly made it seem like it wasn't going to be that big of a deal, but the bill is still moving forward and getting voted on today. But here's what the press release from the post office and DeJoy said earlier this week in regards to stopping any changes at all. And they said that the retail hours of the post office will not change. Mail processing equipment and blue collection boxes that we just talked about will remain where they are. No mail processing facilities will be closed. And we reassert that overtime has and will continue to be approved as needed. So the overtime, according to this, and according to DeJoy testifying in Congress yesterday, no overtime requests have been denied. And also DeJoy added that $700 million in overtime has been paid out since he's been in office. That's 67 days. And in the Delivering for America's Act, the additional $25 billion is what was added. So the original version that I went over earlier in the week didn't have the $25 billion. Now it does. So this is the section for additional appropriation for the Postal Service. And you can see it right there. This is the $25 billion to remain available until expended. So basically, it sounds like they want to eliminate any excuse whatsoever that the post office can't handle the capacity for the upcoming mail-in ballots and the votes. Now, because 100 Democrats had written a letter to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi urging her to put the unemployment on the same playing field as this $25 billion act for the Delivering for America's Act, it is possible they can move forward with an additional negotiations on both the stimulus package and unemployment and possibly state and local funding, because Pelosi wants to get the state and local funding in it.
Because really the most central point of it all where people's needs are met the most is the issue of state and local government.
Because she's made it very clear that's what she's laser focused on. So maybe at first we'll see the 100 Democrats come forward and get the unemployment in there with the Delivering for America's Act. And then once they get that worked out, maybe they'll come to the negotiating table with the Republicans to come up with a stimulus package to give us a stimulus check and the unemployment and everything else that America needs. So there could be a lot of action. That's the update for now, and I'll keep you updated as we move forward throughout the course of the weekend. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and leave your comments down at the bottom.